gotta give all, no loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plan. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. We want back ends, wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fans, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in. Yeah.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too. Dripping my swag, about tag on I got it in the bag, man. I'm getting all type of cash, I'm a general true. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me up by the morning.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. Jakeem Grant now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Out of the gun, Loletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
31 yards there and a first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And his throw is incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
He'll get it up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He'll drop to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Bruce Irvin with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And this will be taken at the 13. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. Hausch adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him. 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw now on first down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
From the gun on third down, Lauletta. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run with Marshall. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. And he's got Hireman. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now here's Lauletta trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man is Grant. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Room to run inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And Hauschka's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll set up a throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll look to throw. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's to the 10, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Here's a give to Barkley, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by John Johnson. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now Saquon Barkley, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Giants on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gone!
From the gun, here's Loretta. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there to keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, they run with Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. They're going to look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Now, check. Patriot! Patriot!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin with a run by Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
The shotgun snap to Lauletta. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 60 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Marshall. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown of the new season. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Hauschka with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught at the 25. They give him a gain of 37. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get to get...
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the 4th quarter, the Pats have moved back in front. That's a game that has been back and forth all afternoon. A win would be their first of the young season. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down to the 36-yard line here. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Instead of a run, Lauletta wants to throw it. Rolling to his right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Keith Marshall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big...
Yeah.